Welcome back to Shenanigans, y'all. Today we got the CZ P10M. To start, safety check here. Nothing in the mag. Nothing in the slide. This thing is neat. It's unfortunate for CZ to get into, this little single stack race with everything that's going on in the market, especially with the market leaning towards those micro 1.5 stacks like the P365 and Hellcat and the Taurus GX4, which we got a video of, so check that out. Okay, thanks. Let me know what you think. But so it's surprising to see them go with a single stack. That being said, I think it's a neat little firearm. I really like it, and for a carry option, I think it checks a lot of my boxes. Not all of them. First and foremost, it is rated for plus P ammo. I like to carry Federal HST 124 grain plus P. I just found out of these micro little barrels, it performs the best. So plus P rated. Let me know what you guys like in the comments below. We'll start a nice little discussion. Good stuff though. It gives you confidence that you can transfer your ammo from whatever you're currently carrying to this, and you don't have to swap it. You don't have to buy new ammo. You can just use it, especially if it's already plus P. One thing you guys might notice looking at this right now is the absence of a slide stop. Now, I found this to be an interesting move. It's not on that side and it's not on that side. It is internal only. So with an empty mag, it does lock back, which is cool, but you can't get it down without taking the mag out and releasing it. So it's not external, but it is internal. Let me put the mag back in and lock that back again for you. So I'm not sure if you can see it in here or not, but right over here, I'll move it slow for you. Right over here, you'll see this arm coming up, and that is your slide stop. Now, I never had a problem with this. It works. It works real well. With these small guns, and I guess this is maybe the concept of with these small guns, my grip rides really high when I shoot. I mean, real high like this. So the small guns like this, I tend to press down or press on the slide release, and it stops it from operating. Okay, so last round my slide doesn't get locked back. Never had a problem with this being locked back. Is it different? Yeah. No, different's not necessarily a bad thing, but it is different. I don't really tend to use my slide release depending on the model. My HKP30, that has a very beefy slide release that's easy to manipulate. Man, every time I reload, slap, right? Now Glocks, it's not very reliable. It's a very thin slide release. It's more of a stop than a release on those. And so that one, I tend to manually manipulate my slides when I'm reloading or when I ran empty. But never had a problem with this. No matter how I gripped it, it locked back every single time, which is great. Now, if the other idea behind that is so that it doesn't snag, I'll be honest, I catch my thumb on my clothes more often than I catch any part of my firearm. So do I think removing that is necessary for anti-snag purposes? Nah, not really. From the factory, this does come with steel 3-dot sights, okay? And they are not tritium. They are not white, but they do have the glow-in-the-dark paint, which you find in the European market because they can't have tritium over there. So I would replace them with something that's a little bit more reliable. This glow-in-the-dark paint is great if you charge it. If you hold a flashlight over it, just shine it right up. They'll glow. They'll glow for a few minutes, but if this is sitting on your nightstand and you hear a bump in the middle of the night, there's been no light on it, you don't really have the time to pick up a flashlight and shine it on there until it's charged, so you can be like, hey bad guy, where you at? Now I can see you. So that's something I would replace. So solid, but like I said, I'd replace them with something that's tritium, Trigicon HDs, XS big dots, things like that. Let me know what your favorite sights are. What do you run on your carry pistols? Put it in the comments. We'll start a discussion on that too. Why not? I didn't have a problem lining these up or finding my sights, especially during follow-up shots or rapid fire. I was able to follow them really easy. And outdoors, they do look more white than anything, so they stand out a lot, especially against, say, like a dark background. I was shooting at some brown cardboard, and you could really see them. But really easy to line up, really easy to use, and accurate right out of the box. I didn't have any worries. It wasn't all over the place. So one thing I do want to point out, too, is this stipple. If you're unfamiliar with the CZ P10 line, it has a very aggressive stipple. However, the back strap here is very aggressive. And the front strap here is also very aggressive, which I get you need when you're under fire, especially on these small guns. So hold on to it and really bear down and keep it where it's at so you can have fast follow-up and accurate shots. But, man, it tears your hand up until you get used to it. I'm going to tell you that. See, you can see the little dots right there. when I actually took it out and was shooting it, it didn't feel bad. I didn't mind it. It didn't tear. It didn't feel like it tore my hands up. Some of you though that maybe aren't as experienced or don't have rough hands, you might want like a Hogue wrap or some Talon grips. Unless you do want to take the time to just beat your hand up until you get used to it. That's up to you. Now, going along with the grip, it's not very long. This is a 7+1. I haven't got to that yet. This is a 7+1. So you have 8 rounds in here. They do ship 2 mags. So you get 2 7+1s. Okay, well, you get 2 7-round mags. You make it +1. But you get 2 7-round mags. So you can carry a spare in your pocket or in your sidecar if you carry that kind of appendix rig. It would be nice to see something kind of between this and a P10S. If we get that in the future, I think that'd be a huge hit, especially among the CZ fanboys out there, myself included. Now, if they came out with a +1 or +2, this would be a very viable carry option. If this would have came out when I bought my Glock 43, I would have got this hands down. Both for capacity, because I get one more round out of it, because the Glock is a 6+1 of 9mm. But I like the feel of it. It does feel, you get a little bit of a pinky extension here, a little bit of one. And it fills my hand up a lot better than the Glock does, the Glock 43. However, shooting it though, it feels really good in the hands. It is thin. It's really thin, like I said, Glock 43-ish. But it does feel good in the hands, and I really like it. I like holding on to this. It's comfortable, and it points really well. And another thing, they did a really good job with this undercut here. So instead of just having the trigger guard come nice and across, or even just having a slight grade there, they really cut that up so that you can get your hands nice and high and tight. And this also helps the grip out. This is really one of the big reasons I'm able to get a full grip on here. And then getting to the mag release, the mag release isn't very, it doesn't stand out too far. It's kind of flush, but it's very easy to actually, look at that, it's very easy. And boy, it just wants to shoot those out of there. And I didn't have any problems with this popping out under fire either, even with my grip. It stayed put and didn't give me any issues. In addition to the stippling too, there are index points, and I talk about this in the Taurus GX4 video. There are index points, and I love index points. On the other side too, I like it for my support hand because it gives me a little bit of extra grip there for my thumb so that I'm not slipping off under fire, especially rapid fire. I think the Taurus GX4, I think the index points they have there, the stippling is different than this. I think they did a good job. I think this leaves a little bit to be desired, but I prefer it over having nothing, okay? This is still good, and I like it. And it's on both sides, so if you shoot lefty, you got your index points on either side, so you're ready to go. I will say I was really surprised to see CZ go with a curved trigger design. Now, out of the box, I thought it felt a little gritty, maybe a little heavy. It feels good now. After I got like 300-400 rounds through this now, something along those lines. I stopped counting by accident. It feels like it smoothed out some. Yeah, still heavier than I would like, but it's not bad. It's, when I was shooting it under live fire, I didn't have any issues with it. My finger, I didn't feel fatigued. My finger wasn't getting tired, But dry firing, you can feel it. You'll think, it could probably be lighter. Now that being said, that is an audible trigger. Look at that reset there, boy. Not bad, eh? So let me reset that for you. So here we go, full press. All right, we got here, wall, so take up, real short, and like I said, that has smoothed out, and then wall, and the wall is solid. You're there, a little bit of creep, break. Now let's check the reset. Real short reset. I mean, and it's right there. And the safety on here, the trigger safety on here is very thin, kind of like a Glock. But the way it tucks in to the trigger when you actually press onto it isn't bad. It sinks away. For its size too, it shoots really well. I keep putting it down to shoot other things while I'm out at the range, and I just keep coming back to it, picking it up and shooting it some more. So it handles really well for being so small, and that's huge for being something that is this small, because you get a lot of little guns and they get very snappy. But this, I think it handles well, and I think especially for maybe new shooters getting into smaller guns for concealed carry, I think you're gonna have a lot of fun shooting this little thing. It's a blast to shoot, puns intended there. This is the one complaint I have, the one real complaint: magazine capacity, grip length, whatever. the trigger. Those are personal things. My one real complaint about this is the takedown. It is an absolute pain, and I don't think you're gonna enjoy it. Now, they try to make it sound simple in the owner's manual. You just pop the pin out, wham bam, and you're good to go. This is your pin, but there's no points on here of reference because you have to manipulate it kind of like a Glock. And there's no points of reference. The owner's manual doesn't tell you where it needs to be. With a Glock, you pull it back a little bit. Everybody knows you pull it back this far, pull it down, goes forward. Easy peasy, right? This, no. They don't tell you where to line it up at, and then you have to push this pin out. And this pin is an absolute pain to get out even once you find the sweet spot. You're supposed to push it out, and then on the other side, you're supposed to pull it out. It's a pain, I'm telling you. My one complaint, CZ fixed that. There's no reason you had to go with this. Could just kept your nice little system here, right? And out of the box, I haven't had any issues with it. It's been running flawless. I have 300-400 rounds, something like that now, I said, and not a single hiccup. And I took this out of the box and took it to the range and started shooting it. I didn't clean this, I didn't lubricate it or anything. I have a lot of confidence in this now. It's 300-400 so rounds. I lost count, stopped counting by accident. That much without any issues, it's great. And I was using a mix of ammo. It wasn't just one kind or another. I used a mix, and even self-defense ammo, man, just flies right through this thing. So you can rely on that. You can definitely have confidence in that it's going to be out of the box, solid, ready to go. Now, I do have a buddy that has a CZ P10S, and I am trying to get my hands on it to do a review. He's got an incredibly busy schedule, though, so I don't want to bug him for it, but he knows I'm looking to do that. So hopefully I can get that and get that uploaded for you guys, because that'll be a neat comparison. But I like it. I think if you guys pick this up, I don't think you're going to be disappointed. In fact, I think you'll be disappointed in that, the takedown bar, but I don't think you'll be disappointed in the pistol overall. And I definitely recommend this. Check it out. If you want a light summer carry gun and you're thinking about something like something single stack like the Glock 43, man, take a look at the CZ P10M if you can get your hands on it. If you guys like this video too, leave a comment down below, like, share. Please don't forget to subscribe. Check out some of the other videos we got posted. Let me know what you want to see. If there's something that you have in your mind you want to see a review of because you're curious, you want some information of it, let me know in the comments. I'll try to get to everybody as I can. As always, I really appreciate your time checking this video out. I appreciate your love, and we'll catch you guys on the next video.